Morning traders, Paul here with GammaEdge. Today is Wednesday, the 28th of September. Let's get started. Pause your players here, read to the bottom. If you agree, hit that play button. Summary for today, all the signals remain short or in cash. Paper trades only, of course. Nothing here is a recommendation to buy or sell any security. Listening to the broken record. The cumulative tick model remains on a railroad track down. You will see what that means here on the next slide, but we are watching for crossing of the MAs from below. You'll see that. And this could indicate an upside reversal. Also watch for a continuation to the downside, which we have been seeing. We saw the failure yesterday, and we took some shorts off of that. We have not seen any indications that selling has stopped, but we are starting to see some of the GEX ratios move upwards, so we want everyone to start paying attention. Also noteworthy on your radar today should be that the before market open SPX plus GEX levels, these are the dominant call-centric GEX levels or gamma levels, has dropped from 42 or to 42 from 4,300. Why this is significant is that we could have a closure of calls at 43 exposing the 42, or we're actually seeing 42 go in, dominating the 43 conversation. We've also noticed here overnight in the before market open that the SPX POI, which is put open interest, has dropped. This is the dominant put structure for the entire SPX complex. It's fairly significant. It has been at 4,000 for months. It dropped in the BMO data to 3,000. We need to confirm this with the OCC postings that are going to be available just after the open. We have multiple data sources, and the initial data sources telling us that it did drop. You can check this for yourself and do some more exploratory by running the $OI SPX command in the Discord. And we have these interactive charts that you can drill into the data. I would urge everyone to do so and educate yourself. VVIX, which is the volatility of the VIX, and the VIX are extremely elevated and remain so. But as we've shown, this can continue and has been. We are watching for the opportunity to short with the VIX above 2.3 standard deviation on any inside bar. We actually took some initial entries on this yesterday, and we'll continue to look at this. GEX ratios across the board are starting to edge upward, which indicates the addition of calls. We're seeing this in our tracked ETFs and in what we call the liquidity stocks. You can check this for yourself by running the $GR, whatever the symbol of interest is, and the 60 gives you a 60-day look back command in the Discord to validate. As I said, market model cumulative tick remains risk off, short, in cash, however you want to position yourself. End of day finishing on the lows, intermediate trend below, long-term trend, everything's pointing down. Don't argue with it. We did get a failure here. We moved up and then we rejected off, and as soon as we took out the previous day low, that could have been a very good entry to get in. Now price would be about equal, but just be aware that the market has been sold. As I said, the VVIX and the VIX, we are above right now, as I do this, above the 2.3 standard deviation. We are looking for a reversal opportunity. Pink bar means actually it's come down a little bit in the overnight session, so we want to pay attention to that. You can see VVIX is elevated well above the 2.3 standard deviation. It's a very simple trade. We prefer short calls to take this. You can position those calls however you want. But if you can't do naked calls, then long puts or put spreads could be the way to play this. GEX ratios, here we've got SPY, Qs, IWM, and the liquidity stocks. You can see we are starting to edge up compared to a couple days ago. It's very gradual. This may not actually last, and so we're looking at these GEX ratios. We're a little concerned that we're not going to get a snap, that is just going to be a kind of a bubble up and then possibly a reversal down, so be aware of that. Key levels for today, as I said, we moved from 43 to 42 in the plus GEX. This is pre-market open data. This is as of 8 a.m. Eastern Time. COI is by itself for the first time in months at 4,000. POI dropping down to 3,000. Again, before market open data, we want to get a confirmation afterward. This is a major change if this occurred. And then here, 3,600 remains minus GEX, which it's been for a couple days now. Taking a look at the 0 DTE, fairly strong for a Wednesday. We are seeing the transition range right here from about 36.50, 36.55, all the way up to 75 to 80. This could be an overnight parking area. We'll see. I want just to draw your attention above 37.10. You can start moving into a fairly dominant area up here where moneyness shifts, and then below 3,600, moneyness shifts quite dramatically. And we could see a couple different things depending on what happens. Remember, the SPX is cash settled, so there is no necessity to have this thing closed out before the end of the day. The 1 DTE, very important here, and I think this is something you want to probably take a look at, the 1 DTE. Overall, we're seeing this huge level at 36.90. This vaporizes tomorrow. That could actually help us push upwards, so we're going to be watching for that very, very closely and watch this 36.90 area. When we take a look at the combo, which is the AM and the PM all put together, swirled in the cauldron, look at the entire complex, we see a couple things, right? The 3600 is dominant. Very, very large gamma level. If we get through the 3600 level, expect to get spit out with some velocity to the downside. The rate of change of delta as we move through 3600 is going to be significant. So that could open up the door. Of course, we've got different areas here. You can see the 3575, 3580, which would be a pausing area. Not very strong though. 3550, 3500, very strong down below, even from where we sit up here. Pay attention to this. These are material, and we're definitely watching these. To the upside, the transition range is shifting down. That's one of two things occurring. We have other data that is supporting this. We actually have the closing of puts up here, as well as the opening of calls. That's starting to expose gamma on the call side here, what we call positive gamma. And we know all long option positions are positive in gamma, but we distinguish between put gamma and call gamma with a minus and plus signature. We're also watching this little pocket here at 3705 to 3715, watching for development of strength there. It's nothing right now, but just be aware that it exists. And if we were to push up, that could be a natural hiding spot. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, comments, want to come in, run those commands, whatever, come and join us at GammaEdge.us. That will take you to a blank web page. Click on the pricing tab. Yes, we know the web page is blank. We are revamping our website. Fill out the pricing page. That will take you into the Discord. All the tools turned on. You get to kick the tires, meet a great group of folks, and go from there. Follow us on Twitter at GammaEdges with the S. And then here on YouTube, of course, if you like today's content, let me know by smashing that like button and subscribe, because myself, Taylor, Michael post daily and want to notify you of the content. With that, make it a great hump day. Hope to see you in the Discord. Be safe, folks. Thanks.